What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Sean from 4GLU, 4 Geeks Like You, and you're now tuned into my review of The Legend of Korra, Book 2, titled Spirits, Episode 13, titled Rebel Spirits, and Episode 14, titled The Southern Lights. Let's go. So this book picks up 6 months later after the events of the first book, and a couple of things have changed. We have a new president. Tenzin is not on the council anymore, so it gives him much time to spend with his family. Mako is now a part of the police force and pretty badass at it. Bolin is now in charge of the team, and Korra is still Korra, pretty much. So Tenzin, now that he has enough time to spend with his family and also train Korra, he decides, hey, you know what? I need to take you guys to the air temple so I can not only train Korra, but I can also spend time with you guys, and you can also see, how the roots of our airbending techniques started, and you can feel at home. So as he's about to do that, Bumi is like, hey, you're taking me with you, which is Tenzin's brother. And Korra's like, wait, you know what? I want to go to the Southern Tribe because there's a festival going on, and I just want to go there. We can have so much fun there, and it's sort of like a vacation. So let's go. Tenzin's like, all right, fuck it. Let's go. So they get to the Southern Tribe, right? We get introduced to a new character. Her name is Kia, and she is the daughter of Aang and Katara. Yeah, they had a lot of kids, 3 kids. So after that, we get introduced to another character who's sort of the antagonist or villain of this film, or of this episode, or book. Wow, film. So his name is Unalaq, and Unalaq is the brother of Korra's father, which means that he's her uncle, and he's also the chief of the Northern Tribe. So he's a badass. So he also has 2 kids, Inka or Eska and Desna. They're twins. One's a girl, one's a guy. So you definitely get some tension when Unalaq and Korra's father reunite, you can say. You definitely could tell, like, yeah, shit is not cool between these 2 brothers, man. And moving forward, we get to the festival. One of the main things that happened at the festival was the attack of a dark spirit. The dark spirit attacked the festival, and Korra was there, and she tried to defend, herself, obviously, to no avail. Tenzin was there, he got smacked away. I was like, fuck, man, like, what were you guys doing within 6 months that you can't stand up to this dark spirit, or even put a dent in it? Like, push the shit back. Korra was trying to. She even went to Avatar state, but it just really didn't do anything. Until Unalaq came along, did some water bending technique, calmed the spirit down, sent it away. And Korra was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. How the hell did you do that? And he's like, well, listen, if you come with me, I can teach you everything and teach you how to be a true avatar. But if you stay here with Tenzin and my brother, you're really not going to accomplish what it is to be a true avatar. So what does that leave? That leaves Korra saying, hey, you know what? Tenzin, bye. You can't teach me anything. My uncle's a badass. And she goes with her uncle, leaves Tenzin, and Tenzin decides to go with his family to the air temple. And Korra's like, well, I have to go to the southern or the South Pole because my uncle was telling me that I have to sort of release, and calm down these spirits that are on the southern side and basically fucking things up. So we go off into the second book, and this is where things start to get interesting. And it's not more so because of Korra. It's more so because of Tenzin and his family. Yeah, Tenzin and his family. Because Jinora, who's the youngest daughter, there's a scene when she goes into the temple because they reach the air temple, obviously, and they're going around the statues. Remember the statues from the original Last Airbender series of each avatar? She's going around and she's staring at Aang's statue, and all of a sudden, you hear like a little whisper in the distance, and I was like, "Holy shit! Is she some kind of second avatar? Are there going to be 2 avatars within one Avatar series? That would be pretty badass." But just a little theory of mine. But we also get a little funny scene between Kia and Bumi. They get looked at as peasants to the other people at the air temple because they're like, oh shit, Avatar Aang had other kids? Okay. So I didn't know that there were other airbenders, and they're like, yeah, we can't airbend. But they said we can't airbend, but we don't know if they can do any other kind of bending. Water bending, perhaps? Fire bending, perhaps? Who knows? Be interesting to find out later on. But moving forward, Korra is on the journey to sort of release these lights, and on the way there, you see dark spirits. We get a little background story about her father, how he was banished from the northern tribe because he went to go chase this other militia group to this forest. He wrecked the forest trying to got them, but in the process, he actually released the dark spirits onto the northern tribe and was banished because of it. So Korra's like, you know what, Dad? You keep lying to me. You keep hiding secrets. You need to get out of my life. Go. So she's now with her uncle. She kicked 2 people to the sides within 45 minutes. I mean, I was just like, wow, like you've grown some balls. You've become, of course, dumber, but you've grown some balls. Good for you, Korra. Good for you. So when Korra gets to this forest that's encased in ice, they're basically telling her like, yo, you have to go inside. You have to release the southern lights. All right. Now, when you go in there, you have to go in there on your own. Nobody can come with you. So she goes in there solo. She's trying to release the lights. The dark spirits are grabbing her, trying to pull her back. She goes into avatar state. She touches the ground. It opens. The southern lights go up. Boom. But then we get a flashback to the air temple where Janora's there, and all of a sudden, which we know is the first Avatar's statue lights up, and she's like, oh, like, wow, like, who's this? And it lights up in front of her. So what happens is the southern lights are out. Everybody's like, yeah, you did it, Korra, yeah. But when they go back to the southern tribe, you see a whole bunch of militia ships pulling in the port. And she's like, Uncle, why is your military pulling into port? And he's like, well, we need them here in order to complete everything for our little plan. The only way that we're going to unite the North and the South Pole is if this happens. And she's looking at him, not saying like, you lied. She's like, oh, well, maybe. And I'm like, what the fuck? It ends there, and I was just like, shit, like, really? I don't know, man. I didn't like these 2 episodes. The only thing I liked I found interesting was Tenzin and his family. Besides that, Korra was just annoying to me, man. Like, she just did a lot of stupid shit. She, like, even at the end when you find out that you might have been, trapped or led to some kind of trap, you're still like, oh, well, maybe, yeah, just what? And it's like in the first 2 episodes, and I'm just like, really, like, And even the tension between the brothers felt like kind of like Iroh and it felt like the Iroh being banished kind of thing because he walked away from his son. I was just like, you're kind of nitpicking at things from the first one, and it just felt like there wasn't a lot of creativity so far in these 2 episodes. It just felt kind of generic. Now, I definitely would give episode 1 probably like a 3 out of 5. I would definitely give episode 2 a 4 out of 5 based on Janora's introduction into the whole Avatar temple and her possibly being a future Avatar. I definitely felt like that was an interesting thing to introduce to us. So what did you guys think? Did you like these 2 episodes? Did you think that Janora might be an Avatar, that there might be 2 Avatars within the same series? Let me know below, guys. Share your thoughts. And again, this is Sean from 4GLU, 4 Geeks Like You. Stay tuned for more reviews, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a good one.